Hey everybody, it's me Dana. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, now is a great time to subscribe because I upload a new video at least once a week, sometimes twice a week. Before we get started, I want to show you something. So I have an online merch store. It's not really like merch for my channel. It's more just like tea related shirts and things. And this is my latest design. I never order them for myself. It's like a made to order site. So when you order something, like they make it and then they send it directly to you. So sometimes I don't get to see my like designs come to life, but this one I couldn't resist buying because this is one of my favorite designs I've made. It's a teapot pouring out stars and suns and all kinds of celestial things into our teacup. So if you want one of these, I have ones that are white like this on dark colored backgrounds, but then there's also black on like white backgrounds or lighter colored backgrounds. So if you like this but you don't want black, you can get any color you'd like, and you're helping to support my tea dreams because I really hope that soon I can like really kick my tea brand dreams into full gear and like start the business I've always dreamed of. So if you buy one of my shirts, you're just helping me get one step closer to that dream. Today I have something a little different. It's mostly a grocery store tea haul. I've never done like a whole haul from a grocery store, but these are all teas that we got at the store, with one exception that was sent to me by a brand, but you can also get in a store. So let's start with that one. Rise Nitro Brewing Company sent me this 4-pack of their London Fog. It's a Nitro Earl Grey tea oat milk latte, and I really loved it. I tried it on my channel, so you can go back and watch that if you are intrigued, but it was really good. It doesn't have like added sugar or anything in it, so it's not like unnaturally sweet and crazy. It's very simple ingredients, but super delicious. And it looks like you can get this brand at like Walmart, Whole Foods, Kroger, a lot of different grocery stores, but I still have 3 left and I'm kind of saving them to enjoy on the weekends is what I decided. Then my husband just wanted some mint tea, so he went for this one. It's fresh and flavorful tea blended with natural spearmint leaves, and it's Bigelow's Perfectly Mint. He's been really into mint lately. I don't know if it's like I think because mint is like known to help headaches, and my husband like suffers from migraines, and we're just kind of trying to figure out the cause and figure out like the best way to treat it when it does happen. And Bigelow is just like seems like just a brand that everybody has tried at some point. Oh, there's actually black tea in this. I don't know if he knows that. Black tea and spearmint. Yeah, those are the only ingredients, black tea and spearmint, and they're just in these little tea bags. And yeah, I gotta tell him because I don't think he realizes that there's caffeine in these, because I think he's been making these for us before we go to bed. So I'm gonna have to warn him and see if he's maybe not getting super good quality of sleep because of that. Yeah, the other night we watched something scary on Netflix and I slept terrible and I kept having bad dreams, and I just thought it was because it was that new Netflix documentary. By the time I post this, it's not like new anymore, but it's about the Cecil Hotel. So we watched that and drank that tea, and like I didn't realize there was anything in it besides spearmint. I just thought it was a plain spearmint tea, and I kept waking up all night, and I just thought it was because I was having nightmares, like just spooky dreams about like this thing we watched. But it looks like it was probably because I drank black tea right before bed, so that's good to know. But it tastes good. It just tastes like spearmint, just like a good basic to have on hand. I have not had like my favorite teas in a long time, like ever since quarantine began, which was a year ago, since I left my job and I just been chilling in my house for a year by myself. I haven't gone to any tea stores like in person, and I really don't prefer to order online. Like with anything really, I'm just not into that. Like I'd just rather go to a store, but we can't. So I made a couple orders here and there over the last year, but I've been trying to really like drink through my collection and like drink it down. And I'm even thinking like, I got rid of some tins, but I'm even thinking I might want to try to like pare down my tins even more. And like I put away the seasonal ones. Like I have a Halloween tin that I put away, all from David's Tea. But like my Christmassy tins I put away with our Christmas things. I'm just kind of trying to get like my collection under control, you know? Like I just feel like it's a bit much when I have my favorites. I have things that I like to drink every day, and then I have things that like I don't like to drink so often. So I really only need like 4 or 5 teas, and I just have too much. Basically, I drank through all my favorite teas, and like I've been really missing them. And every morning I like to start my day with some sort of like green tea. And I was thinking, I'm like, instead of making an order on David's Tea to get like, you know, something simple like a green tea with ginger or a Genmai, there is this amazing Korean supermarket like right down the street from where we live. And we never go there. Like we haven't been there in so long, and they just have like unique stuff that a lot of other grocery stores don't have. So we only really go there if we're looking for something specific. Like whenever we make sushi at home, we go get the fish from there because they have the right kind of fish and things like that, like snacks that my husband likes from growing up and those types of things. But we barely ever go there. But I was thinking like, I really love basic teas. I love like traditional teas and things like that. Like I don't really need to order through a brand like David's Tea who has all these unique things, when honestly I would be probably the happiest drinking like a Genmai every day, or like, you know, even again, Genmai, throw in a couple pieces of ginger or something, or even just a sencha and throw in some ginger. Like that's what I like. So I just thought like, let's go see what they have at the Korean grocery store, because they have like all Asian things, like not just Korean things. Like they have obviously like Japanese teas and Japanese foods, and Chinese teas and foods, and Filipino things, like things you find in the Philippines. So things my husband like has a lot of nostalgia for. So I'm like, let's go check it out. So my husband picked out this one. It's peppermint and lemon. It is refreshing and relaxing, natural digestive, from Ahmad Tea, London. I really like these little designs on the box, these like peppermint and lemon. It looks like it's like sketched out. I haven't tried this one yet either, but again, like my husband's just looking for ways to combat those headaches he gets. And what's in this one? Take comfort in the delightful, soothing qualities of peppermint, enhanced with the subtle aroma of lemon. A delicious, naturally caffeine-free beverage that is perfect after a meal. Brew for 5 minutes. Oh, so it looks like there's just peppermint, spearmint, natural flavor, and lemon peel. So I think this is going to be really good for him, especially considering that the one that he bought at like Target or Jewel or something has black tea. This one is a better way to go for nighttime, so I'm gonna make sure to tell him that. Then we found this coffee that he remembers from the Philippines. They would drink this in the morning with this special like breakfast bread they had called pandesal. It's like a bread that has cheese in it, and he said that they would dunk their pandesal in this brown coffee. It's Kopiko. And it's really, really good. It's an instant coffee, and it already is sweetened, and then it has like non-dairy creamer in it and brown sugar and even a little bit of cocoa powder. And it's really delicious. I've been kind of wanting to buy some instant coffee lately because I love making iced coffee, but I hate to like go through the whole process of like brewing a hot coffee and then pouring it over ice when like I don't have that much ice. So I was just thinking like an instant coffee might be an easier way to do that. So I've tried this hot and I really like it. It has kind of like it reminds me of, remember the Dalgona coffee trend? It kind of has that sort of like bitter taste, but like in a good way. And the brown sugar is really nice as well. And it's like milky and nice. So I think I'll really enjoy it iced, but hot is really good as well. And love that like nostalgia. Look at this fella here. But you know, like growing up here, like I've never moved away from the city that I grew up in, like the town I grew up in, which is kind of sad because I always like wanted to. But I live like 10 minutes away from my parents' house that I grew up in. For me, I don't have to look far for nostalgia, but for my husband, he grew up in a different country. So nostalgia is like a little bit harder to come by for him. So it's cool that we can find things like coffees that he remembers and snacks and things that he remembers just down the street. You know, I think we really gotta take advantage of it more. And then the next one is something I actually am going to try. This is Hojicha. I have never tried Hojicha. I hope I'm saying it right. But I'm gonna take out the tea bag and we can like taste it and everything. I picked up this box of Hojicha tea bags. And it's a roasted Japanese green tea. A lot of the time, Japanese green teas are steamed and not roasted, and that's why they're usually like a brighter green color. Like Japanese sencha teas and all of that are usually like a bright green, whereas Chinese green teas are usually roasted and more oxidized. But I've been seeing people drinking Hojicha, and I'm like, oh my God, that sounds so good. It's a Japanese green tea, but it's roasted. So I'm excited to like do my research on this and like learn more about it. But like upon hearing of it, I was so intrigued. So this is just straight tea, like there's no like anything else in it. And here's how the packaging looks for the tea bag. It has these red and white stripes. And then on this side, it has the brewing instructions. I was surprised it actually calls for boiling water, but I still used lower temperature just because like I want my first impression to be good. And to me, it kind of smells like it's gonna be similar to an oolong, which sounds amazing. It definitely smells roasty, like a tea kuan yin kind of oolong, which they also have at this grocery store. Like if you have an Asian grocery store near you and you're a tea lover, go check out their tea aisle because chances are they'll have a lot of really good quality stuff that you would be interested in. Like there was matcha, there was tea kuan yin and like different oolongs. They even had like straight chamomile. So I'm like, you know what? For all my basics and things, I don't think I'm ever gonna order online again because I can support a local grocery store. I could have the tea I want the same day and like have really good tea that I like. So let's try the Hojicha. It's so roasty. It's really good. It's hard to explain. Like it's different than like a dragon well or like a Chinese green tea because I was kind of expecting it to be like that. I'd say it tastes closer to like a tea kuan yin style oolong where it has that like roastiness. It's really delicious. And I could definitely picture myself drinking this more in the afternoon because it's more roasty than like green. So it reminds me more of an oolong than a black tea, but I still like love that because I love oolongs. So I think this would be something I would look forward to drinking like more in the afternoon than the morning, but that works out actually perfectly because this last one is my morning tea and it will be for a very long time. I bought this bag of Genmai. So this bag is 400 grams, which I think 4 ounces is 100 grams. So that's 18 ounces, I think, if I'm correct. Yeah, 4 ounces is equal to 100 grams, I'm pretty sure. So I have all of this, plus this is full. Full like to the top. But that's not it because this is full too. Look at that. So I have literally like, I think the technical term for the amount of tea that I have just from this one bag of Genmai would be a crap ton of tea. And I'm so happy. Drinking Genmai like brings me to life. Like I feel so good when I start my morning with a cup of Genmai. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I am obsessed with it. It's just a traditional Japanese tea. It's Japanese tea with roasted rice. So it's a green tea with roasted rice, and that's all that's in there. And it just has this really amazing, like roasty flavor. And like you will never believe all of this tea, all of this Genmaicha cost $6. $6 for 18 ounces. So just for comparison's sake, I'm curious what it would run me if I were to order 16 ounces of Genmaicha on David's Tea. Cause like Genmaicha's cost effective. Like it's definitely like one of the cheapest teas on David's Tea that I enjoy. All right, so Genmaicha on David's Tea's website. Here it is. It's literally the same. Like honestly, for all I can tell, like in the taste of this that I bought versus the David's Tea one that I used to drink, they could be like from the exact same like farm. Like they could be from the exact same like place. And I believe that because they taste the same. But to buy 2 ounces of Genmaicha on David's Tea's website is $6.98. So 2 ounces of Genmaicha from a company like David's Tea already will run me more for just 2 ounces than it cost me to buy 16 ounces at our local Korean grocery store. So that's the tea on that. And like truly there's no difference in quality. Like I feel like with the Hojicha, I probably could have got a better quality one. Like if you look at I'll pull out a tea bag. Like I do wish it was like actual full leaves, but it's like smaller little granules. So I feel like with tea bags, like and with like Hojicha, I'd probably, even at the store, there were probably like better quality ones I could have bought. But since I don't really know better, I just grabbed this one. But with something like Genmaicha, like this is loose tea. This is whole leaf tea. There's nothing like subpar about the quality of this tea. So I don't know why the price is so different. I guess probably because David's Tea is a luxury store. Like it's meant to be like, you know, tea and tea gifts. Like it's fancy. It's more luxury. Whereas at a grocery store, it's more like a utility. I'm sure it's like a staple for many people. So it's just like so much cheaper. 16 ounces for $6 compared to 2 ounces for $6.28 if I were to order it online from David's Tea. Just 2 ounces, that would be, 2 ounces would come up to like here. But look, I have this. I feel like that SpongeBob episode where they're with the diapers and he like peels back the wall and he's like, I have this. Like I feel like that, but I have this, I have this, and I have like double that in this. So I think this is like my favorite hack that I've learned this year is like, you don't always have to buy tea from like fancy brands and stuff. Like this is the same quality for a crazy difference in price and I'm really happy with it. I feel like the life is back in me after like trying to drink down my stash all this time and drinking things that aren't really my favorite for my morning tea. And now like having my Genmaicha back, I'm so happy. And I really like the Hojicha. I feel like that was a good first impression, but I am looking forward to trying like whole leaf ones and like loose leaf ones. And honestly, like learning more about Hojicha and like what it is and the origins and all of that. You know, like I know it's like a roasted green tea, but I feel like there's more to learn. So that is my grocery store tea haul. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the tea I've acquired recently. Let me know in the comments, what's your favorite grocery store tea? Like what have you bought at the grocery store that like you just love? Like for me, like this Genmaicha, I know it's so basic, but oh my God, it's just, it brings me so much joy to know that like one of my greatest luxuries, like my morning cup of tea, like the thing I look forward to the most, can be as cost effective as that. And I don't need to like stress about like, oh, I gotta make an order, I gotta meet the shipping minimums and all that. I can literally just drive down the street and I won't even have to for a long time. So love it. But I hope you and your families are staying safe and healthy, and I hope you're having a beautiful day, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.